In this video, we're going to be discussing custom forms. These can be created over in the Preferences page in the side menu, then up into the Custom Forms tab along the top. When you first come into this page, it will look like this with a single button to be able to create a new custom form. There are two different types of custom forms that can be created. Customer lead forms, which will typically be used on your website to capture contact information from prospective customers interested in learning more about your products and services, and virtual shop forms, which are additional questions you can ask via the virtual shop checkout that aren't already included. Customer lead forms will create new customers in your account, while virtual shop forms will add more information within the jobs that are submitted via your virtual shop. Let's start with building out a customer lead form. The first two fields that you'll be prompted to fill out will be the title of the lead form you're creating and the description field beneath that. Both fields will be customer facing. So I'll go ahead and fill out some information here. You'll notice that as I'm filling out the fields to the left, it's reflected in real time to the right in the preview of what the form will look like to the customer. Next, we'll add a form field. This will give us a list of 11 different types of information that can be captured. The first 6 field types are information that would feed directly into already existing fields within a customer page in your Able. So let's go ahead and add a few of these here. You'll see that as you add these in, you'll also have the option to decide which of these fields will be required using the required toggle. An important field to note here is the origin field. This allows you to hone in on where these leads are coming from. If you'd like to leave this up to the customer to let you know how they heard about you, then simply list out your desired options and let the customer select from that. If instead you want more control over what's displaying for the origin based on which customer lead form they're filling out, for example, maybe you're running a few purposeful ads and linking to a different customer lead form in each, or maybe you want to have a different customer lead form linked to each of your different social platforms, you can set a default option that will automatically be selected, and if that's the only option listed, the customer will not be able to change that. The next 5 field types can be used to build out other custom information that you'd like to capture via the form. The text field is for questions with short answers less than 100 characters long. The text area field is for questions with longer answers up to 1,000 characters long. The select field is for questions requiring the customer to select a single option from a customizable list of options. The multi-select field is for questions requiring the customer to choose one or more options from a customizable list of options. And the toggle field is for questions with a true, false, or yes/no answer. So let's build a couple of these into our lead form now. Once you've built out your desired form fields, let's switch over to the confirmation page setup, which you can find right above the form preview. The confirmation page is the page your customer will be brought to after submitting their information via your customer lead form. In here, you can customize the title that appears at the top, as well as the description right beneath that. You'll also have the option to turn on an automatic redirect back to the URL of your choosing after 5 seconds. We would recommend linking to your website here, but you can link to whatever you'd like. Then we'll go ahead and save this with the green check mark in the top right corner. Here you'll be given the link to the customer lead form if you'd like to link to it in a contact button on your website or elsewhere, as well as the iframe code if you'd like to embed this customer lead form into a page on your website. Submissions from this customer lead form will populate in a couple of different places. One, right within this custom form page by clicking into the form and then clicking into the Submissions tab along the top. 2, within your customer's page on your home screen in your Able as a new customer. And 3, as a notification in your notifications bell in the top right corner of your home screen. Within the new customers page, you'll see all of those additional questions and answers from your customer lead form will be displayed in the custom data section towards the bottom of that page. Jumping back out to the Custom Forms tab within Preferences, let's chat about the other custom form that can be created in here, the Virtual Shop form. This form will append your existing virtual shop checkout if there is additional information that you'd like to collect as part of an online booking or requesting process. Since the basic contact information and vehicle information is already captured by default in the virtual shop checkout, you'll notice that those first 5 field types from the customer lead form are not available here, leaving only the final 6, and this will include origin, to create the custom questions. Let's go ahead and create a few of them now. Then we'll save that with the green check mark in the top right corner, and you'll see that we now have 2 forms built out in this page. The link that appears within the virtual shop form will simply be a link to your virtual shop. Similarly to the customer lead form, any additional information captured via this new section of your virtual shop checkout will be displayed in the custom data section of the job that's submitted via the virtual shop. You can create as many unique customer lead forms or virtual shop forms as you'd like. Creating multiple customer lead forms could aid in understanding where various customers are funneling into your pipeline from, as you could create a different customer lead form for different ads or have them each linked on different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Yelp, and so on. And like I said earlier, to further help with these types of analyses, you can also select the default origin that the customer would be created with based on which customer lead form they filled out and submitted. Creating multiple virtual shop forms would simply create multiple sections in the virtual shop checkout screen if you'd like to organize your additional questions in that way. That should wrap things up with the custom forms. We hope you all enjoy these new features, and as always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out anytime.